Okay, my lovelies. Got a good one for you. It's like straight out of the People Boggle the Mind department. Term limits. Term limits for Congress. Term limits. I got a thing the other day, a petition. They want me to sign a petition telling Congress to make a law limiting their terms in office. I gotta tell you, that is the stupidest idea I've ever heard. No, actually, it's not the stupidest, but hey, it ranks right up there. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Listen to the man. He's going to tell you why that's a stupid idea. It's counterproductive, for one thing. And it's freaking irresponsible. Tongue, lips, move right. All right, see, boggles my mouth too. Wow. I had a dream last night. Oh yeah, never mind. Never mind. My mind was wandering off into the fairy tale fantasy land, which is sort of like what these people that want Congress to make a law limiting their own term of office. I'm sorry. I mean, I suppose you people think it's a good idea, and you're all like, oh yeah, we gotta limit these guys. We can't just let them stay in there forever. We can't just keep voting them in to office. I thought that was the idea. You vote, they get elected. Majority of the votes go for that guy. He's elected. We've hired him to do the job. And if he doesn't do the job, well, 4 years from now or 6 years from now, whenever the guy comes up for office, re-election, then just vote for the other guy. Like, this isn't brain surgery here, people. The people set the term limits themselves by, I'm not voting for that guy. He's been in office like 20 years. I'm going to vote for the other guy now. And that'll kind of limit his terms to, 20 years. And he's out of there, dude. If enough people exercise their freedom, that is to say, exercise their democratic obligations, you vote the guy out. That's his limit. That's the limit. When you're like in office and you spend like, okay, I'm a senator, I've been in office 4 years, I want to run again. So, okay, vote for me. I want to stay in office. I'm a good guy. I lie to you and cheat and rob and steal and every other damn thing. But, okay, vote for me anyway because I'm a nice guy. And I'll do a good job for you. Just vote me in office again. Second term. Okay. And dumbass people, do it. I could name people. I could name states. Like, for example, hell, I could name a whole country. Oh, let's re-elect Obama for a second term, apparently they wanted him in there, a second term. Now, we won't get into all those conspiracy theories, things that are probably more than a theory, but, about Obama was put in office by the elite Illuminati or whatever the hell. That may or may not be true. I'm not going to get into that. Talking about term limits. The people control the terms of elected officials. They control that by not voting for the guy again, but voting for the other guy. That's how we impose limits to the terms of our elected officials. It's called voting. It's called democracy. I'm not a big fan of democracy as a political system, but I'm in favor of individual democracy. I'm not in favor of social democracy. And some idiots are like, "Oh, I'm a social democrat." No, you're a fucking moron. And whatever it is you think you are, you're not, because you're something else. And I mean, like, you're something else, boy, or girl, as the case may be. Anyway, like I said, this is not rocket science. This is not brain surgery. This is freaking elementary thinking. It's like, a 12-year-old should be able to figure this out. Excuse me. No, I mean, seriously. If you're a grown-up person, like over the age of, I'll just say, voting age, like over 18 or so, and you're a voter, and like, oh, we ought to limit the terms of these guys, because they're like, they get in there and they stay in there forever, like 40 years or something, and they're like career politicians. Well, apparently in the Senate race, apparently a majority of the voters in your state want him to be in office another term, and another term, and another term. Otherwise, they would do their job, their duty, and live up to their responsibility as people who pick representatives for themselves. They would vote him out. They would just simply vote for the other guy. It was simply, I'm not voting for you anymore. You're done. We don't want you to be there. So you're done. And you're going to, election day, you're going to wake up in the morning after election day, and you're going to say, for example, West Virginia. West Virginians will wake up in the morning after the election, and they'll look in the news, and they'll like, what happened with the election for senator of West Virginia? Well, there was this guy running, and then there was Jay Rockefeller. All right, so okay, Jay Rockefeller, and what's the vote? Well, Jay Rockefeller, 0 votes, and the other guy, all of the other votes. So obviously Jay Rockefeller has been retired by the people. And term limits it's just a stupid idea. It's not necessary. It's like, it's like having a policeman walking around, telling you, don't do that, boy, and you're like 42 years old, like, I'm your daddy. Don't do that. I'll smack you. Which, I get pictures of policemen beating the crap out of some innocent guy on the ground. Another story. Did that yesterday. Don't beat people. And if you're a cop and you're going to rape or beat or kill or shoot or whatever, the citizen police, that's all of us. That's like the militia thing. We're all cops. We all police our society. And if we see a cop doing a crime, then, if he doesn't stop doing a crime, when you say, hey, cop, stop that. And if he doesn't, then shoot the fucker. But that's from yesterday. I just thought I'd throw that back in there because it was such a cute one. I mean, really. What are you going to do? I'm just going to stand there and let the cop beat the crap out of some guy and kill him. Like, it's not my business. Yeah, you're a citizen of America. It's your business. Your job, your responsibility to keep the police from being fucking animals. Crooks, rabid dogs, pig shit motherfuckers. I guarantee if you walk by an alleyway and saw me in the alley, on top of some girl, fucking the shit out of her, and she's screaming bloody murder. No, don't fuck me, don't rape me, don't rape me. I'm pretty sure you come in there and whack me upside the head. I mean, even if you're just a little tiny person or something, some wimpy geek or whatever, you'll do something. You'll find something. You'll take a garbage can or something and throw it on my, mash my head with it. Stop doing that. And you might call a cop. And of course, if you're a cop, then you're gonna. Let me think. My job, cop. Stop that rapist from raping that person. Put them in handcuffs and put them in jail. Don't beat the crap out of them. Just point your gun at them and say, "Stop doing that, or I'll shoot." And if a cop does it, then it's a big mess, and Black Lives Matter and all those idiots, they're like, "Oh God, police brutality shit." But if a citizen does it, it's just a citizen doing his job, his responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out. See, I got into yesterday. I'm rambled off of the topic, but that's all right. I got another 30 minutes or so. You can sort it out in the end. Come on. Law's the law. Don't rape people. Doesn't matter if you're a cop or the president of the United States or, a garbage collector. Why would you collect garbage? Well, you know what I mean. A sanitation engineer. Politically correct bullshit. All right, fine. All right, back to the topic at hand. Term limits. If you don't want them in there, then vote against them. Vote for the other guy. That's the law. That's the way you make that happen. Be responsible. Do your job. Do your duty. I don't understand. You understand? It's that simple. If he's been in there 40 years, then apparently the people in his district that voted for him, the majority of them apparently wanted him there. And who's to argue with that? If the majority wants him in an election, I'm not saying majority rules or anything all the time. Most cases majority rule is a bad idea. But when it comes to voting and electing people in government, might not be an ideal arrangement in this country. The election process in this country is pretty fucked up. But given what we have, we don't need any more laws to fuck it up even more. Well, we just do your duty. Vote for the guy you want. If you don't want him, then don't vote for him. That's a tricky one when it comes to president this year. We got a freaking lunatic on the one hand who scares people, probably rightfully so. And then on the other hand, we have the douche biscuit, cunt puke, criminal, traitor, murdering bitch, lunatic, psychopath. You could just keep saying stuff about that disgusting bitch. And I mean that. I'm not, oh, you're being disrespectful. Guess what? If this woman gets to be president, then every time I say, oh, frickin' someone ought to just do away with it. I was going to say kill, but, she's, that evil witch is president, for Christ's sake. What are we going to do? Every time I say that, show the president a little respect, the office and everything. No. If Hillary Clinton is in the office of the president of the United States, then nope, I'm not going to be respectful of that office, because that office is being occupied by a monster. And no, I don't respect psychopaths, presidents, or senators, or policemen, or next door neighbors who like to shoot at me with their freaking gun, which is, guns are cool, but I don't understand. It boggles the mind sometimes. Americans are just fucking stupid. Oh, shit. Now I made everybody in America mad at me because I call Americans stupid. Well, some of you are, and it's undeniable. And if you can't accept that, if you want to live in denial of that, it's like, oh, I'm going to live in denial that I actually have the power to, limit the terms of Congress people by simply saying, I'm not going to vote for you anymore. You're fired. You're done. And you have to convince everybody else that's voting in your district, you know, like, don't vote for the guy again. I mean, he's been fucking over us for 4 years. Let's not let him do that anymore. Let's vote for someone else. Let's vote for a guy that's like, says stuff that we agree with. Says stuff like, I believe in freedom and I'm not going to do anything that's anti-freedom in office. So if you elect me, I will obey the Constitution. Absolutely, I'll make an oath. And at the end of the oath, I'll say, so help me God, which means, if I violate the Constitution in any way, shape, or form, or the rights of the people in any way whatsoever, even one time, even just for like 10 minutes on Tuesday, you can take me out and kill me. Which is what so help me God means. It means he acknowledges, or her acknowledges, that if that person violates his oath and violates the Constitution, which is the law that governs the government, then he acknowledges the fact that he can be taken out and hung up by a tree, on a tree, like a tree ornament. And if he does violate the Constitution, then he's guilty. And okay, hang the bastard. And I'm not just speaking figuratively here. I mean, drag the motherfucker out of Congress, and you broke the law, you violated the Constitution, and you're doing things that are anti-freedom and so on. And you voted for a law that's like totally not allowed to be voted on, and made a law because the Constitution says no law can be made like that. And give him a little trial on the steps of the freaking Congress or something. That would wreak havoc with people, I suppose. Oh, that's chaos, that's anarchy. Nothing wrong with anarchy, by the way. It simply means no government telling people what the fuck to do. Alright. Term limits. You don't want them in. You think their limits are limits. You think they've reached their limit of their usefulness. I've been letting it run all this time. I forgot. Maybe I can edit that out later. All right, it was just a long, quiet commercial. Just think of it that way. I'm an idiot. Oh, I messed up. All right, I might edit that out. I might just leave it as a let's observe a silent time while I type on the microphone there, and you can just think about, like, this is like a commercial break. A time for you to think and contemplate on what I've said the first 14 or 15 minutes. All right, we'll go on. Maybe I'll edit that later. Maybe not. All right. Term limits. It's your job. Has nothing to do with Congress making some kind of law. I know they said that about the president. Oh, president only 2 terms, but we understand how that came about. That had to do with FDR, Roosevelt, and his dictatorial possession of the presidency and his expectations to serve 4 terms. Well, he died, so I guess not. But he would have just still been in office if he didn't die, maybe, because people would just keep voting for the bastard. Yeah, FDR is a bastard. He was. We're not going to get into that. Won't be listing all of the misdeeds and treasons of Mr. FDR. Not today. We're having more fun with the term limit things and stupid people. Like, what else can I say? We set the limits of our elected officials by voting for them or voting against them or voting for the other guy or just simply not voting for him at all. I'm going to point out that Ron Paul was, in fact, in office for, 40 years? He was in like 12 terms as a congressman, and it's like, apparently the people of Texas wanted him to be there. So who are you? Who are you to tell the people of Texas, you can't vote for him 3 times? You can't allow him to be in office more than 2 terms. I mean, come on. Does that sound like democracy? Does that sound like freedom to you? I mean, that's just absurd. Seriously, it's just fucking absurd. Unbelievable. I swear to God, people scare me. We don't want him in there. And why did you vote for him? Duh. He's been in there too long. Well, didn't you vote? I guess not. I guess you voted for him. No, I didn't vote for him. Well, the majority of the people in your state did. And that means they want him in, and it doesn't matter what you want because it's called democracy. You know, majority rules. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that problem of majority ruling. I mean, that's just stupid too, but that is the way it's done and the way it's set up to be done. And, you know, even though a lot of candidates, the elections are rigged, you know, sort of like the big ones right now, like with Hillary. And if Hillary wins, we know it's been rigged. You know what? I mean, if Hillary wins the election and gets to be president of the United States, we know we can pretty much conclude that the election was rigged by the bad guys. The controllers, the elitists, the Socialist Neocon Alliance, the brainwashers, the mindbenders. Let's bend the minds of people and twist it around and make them think whatever we want. They really want this guy to be in office 50 years, you know. I think that's just ridiculous. If the people want him, I mean, God, it's like Senator Byrd. I mean, good or bad. Man was in there for years. He was a career politician, apparently. But how did that happen? Well, I'm guessing it was because the dumb people of West Virginia voted him in office again and again, over and over and over and over again. Duh. That's the way it works, people. And seriously, I hate to be I hate to what's the word? Continue saying it, but it's like redundant, isn't it? If you don't want him in there, vote for the other guy. Shit. Am I the only smart person on the planet? Come on. Get real. Oh, I can't decide what to do about this man. I'm such a wimpy, idle brain freaking retard that I don't know what to do about. Oh, he just keeps getting elected. He's like a career politician. People say that as if the politician has a choice, you know. If they don't get enough votes to be, the majority of the votes, then, they're not going to be there. They're done. They don't just like, oh, I'm not going to leave. You didn't vote for me, but I'm going to stay anyway. I'm sorry. That's not the right way. That doesn't work that way. It's just stupid. I'm sorry. If you don't get it, chances are if you don't get it, if you're listening to me and you don't say, yeah, I see what you're saying and I understand it completely and yeah, you're absolutely right. I people get really upset. You just want everybody to agree with you and they don't agree with you, then you can get mad and call them names and shit. Guess what? If you don't agree with what I said just now in the last 24 minutes, not counting the 3 minutes I didn't say anything, if you don't get it and you don't agree with it, wait for it. Wait for it. You're a fucking idiot. Yes, and that's true because what I said is true, and there's no debate there. I mean, it's like common sense. It's like it's like as easy to grasp the concept of this idea by just simply being conscious. I mean, what? I'd have to ask like 100 2-year-olds about this. Like, what do you think we should do about Congress people? And get elected over and over and over again. What do you think we should do about that, little 4-year-old? A little 4-year-old might say, "What the hell are you talking about?" But if you get a 12-year-old, it might be like, I don't think I like that idea. And then, certain by the time you're 18 and you're ready to vote, you should say, you know what? I think that guy's been in office long enough. I'm going to vote for the other guy. I'm going to vote against this guy, and he's going to be out of there because all of my friends, neighbors, and everybody else that lives in my district, like West Virginians, for example, they're going to understand that, no, we don't like him at all. Nobody likes him. Everybody wants him out, so we're just going to kick him out by not voting for him again and, voting for the other guy. You understand that? It's not difficult. It's common sense, actually. It's as simple as 1 plus 1 equals 2. If you haven't got that one down pat by the time you're 4, then you're retarded. Or, you're just stupid, dumb. Just give up. Don't bother. You're going to be like a vegetable the rest of your life. Forget it. All right, said what I had to say about that. So, for you folks that, just don't. I don't want to waste this. I wrote this on Facebook. I posted up there for William, who was promoting this idea of passing some sort of law by Congress to limit the terms of Congress and, make a law that is contrary to the will of the people. You hear that a lot. The Congress doesn't follow the will of the people. And, if you say you're not going to be reelected because nobody's voting for you, then, you're going to be out of there, and that's the will of the people. You got to respect the will of the people. You can't just go against the will of the people. Even though practically every politician in the world, government in America anyway, does pretty much whatever the fuck they want, including violate their oath of office, and we already said what should happen to those people, and violating the Constitution, which of course is treason. So, by the neck until dead. All right, so you get the idea now, right? I've said it over and over, in a couple of very different ways. Just don't be an idiot, for Christ's sake. Come on. I'm at 20 years old. I'm a 34-year-old man. I'm 48 years old. If you're walking around thinking, yeah, we should tell Congress to pass term limits laws and shit on themselves, those people, those democratically elected office holders, I don't think so. Give me another illustration here. Okay, we got the ballot, and we got the people, and it's election time, and we go down to vote, and we all vote for this, and then we go and we see, oh, the ballot, that the guy's name's not on here. He's running for, he wants to serve another term, but he said so. I heard him, and he's running, and then his name's not on the ballot. But I want to vote for him because he's a good guy, but there's term limits. It says you can't do that. And he said, term limits mean you can't serve more than 2. Like, for example, the president, you can't serve more than 2 years. 4 years. But I don't think there's any law that says you can't run. Hell, what's to run? I'm running for president of the United States right now myself. I'm contending with the, hey, vote for me. My campaign is like pretty much like, not a campaign whatsoever. But still, I've declared myself a candidate for president of the United States. Vote for me, and if you elect me, then I will be the president of the United States for about a week until they kill me. Because I would do stuff, really. First day, end that, stop that, abolish that, don't do that anymore. Case closed, like to the NSA. Okay, I'm the president, I'm the boss, and the NSA, you guys over there at the NSA, first turn yourselves in to the federal marshals for being criminals, and secondly, stop spying on Americans. It's illegal. You're breaking the law. You're under arrest, all of you. That's on my first day. I imagine probably, maybe, at least by my second day. A lot of other things I would do as president. Fortunately, but I don't want the job. I'm running, but it's like a placeholder for, like none of the above. So, yeah, vote for me. I voted for myself one year. And I was going to vote for like Donald Duck, but I thought that was just stupid. I mean, if you're going to vote, you might as well. And if you don't want to vote for the guys that are running, then because they're like scumbag pieces of crap, then vote for yourself. You can do that. You're allowed. Your name might not be on the ballot. You can always do a write-in. When the time comes that American voters cannot write in a candidate of their choice, which may not be on the ballot, then forget it. Kiss free country goodbye. Well, you should have kissed it goodbye already because it's pretty well shot to hell by now. But let's turn it around, people. Let's make America great again, okay? Yeah, like, what do you mean again? Where do you get this again shit? I think he could have been a little bit more creative in that slogan. He could have come up with something better, like, make America great again for the first time, because it hasn't always been so great. I can't say that 1865 or 1862 was like really a great time for America. Pretty sure all those dead people from the Civil War would agree with that. Like, what the fuck? America is not so great. Because I got killed, and they sent me to Vietnam, and I got killed over there because the government of America is like sucks, and that's just the way it should be. But I don't mean it should be sucky. I mean we should be pretty disgusted with it, because great it's not, and it's not the greatest country in the world. It's not the freest country in the world. There are other contenders. There are other countries on the planet, and some of them are better in some ways, at least. I mean, I think probably Sweden or Switzerland or one of those countries. I'm thinking they're free. Their speech is free over there. They can say whatever they want, and they don't get like disappeared or shot in the back of the head like in America. I'm going to actually have my free speech and testify in court against Hillary Clinton because she's a real crook. And I'm going to tell the court the truth and show them evidence that Hillary is a freaking crook or murderer or whatever. And, oh no. Take this guy out in the alley, blow him in the head. Bam, 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 shoot him in the head. Call it suicide. We'll just call it suicide. Yeah, shot himself 3 times in the back of the head. Yep. That's believable. No, it's not. All right. It's Friday. August. What is it? 19th, 2016. Unbelievable. It was just 1997 the other day. Where does time go? particularly if you just keep getting reelected to office. Oh my goodness. All right. So I think we should have that straight. You should have it straight now, okay? If people want him in there, then that's legal, and that's the way it should be. If you want to impose term limits, then vote for the other guy. And if you can't convince your fellow citizens to vote against the guy that shouldn't be in there anymore because you said so, oh yeah, I said so, like I'm the king of the world, people disagree with you. Like me, like, oh, let's vote for Hillary. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Let's vote for the lunatic Donald Trump. Let me think. I don't think so. Who am I going to vote for then? I'm not telling you who to vote for. Vote for whoever you want. Free country, right? Well, it's not, but you think it is. Delusional. Delusional. As Lewis Black would say, that's delusional. But most Americans are delusional, and that's just an observable fact. All right, we got that down pat. We explained it. You should have this clear in your mind now. And you know what boggles my mind even further is that people will argue with me over this. They really want to argue. Oh, God. Americans is that bicker. I want to debate. Let's start a discussion. No, we're not going to. Oh, there's the freaking phone again. All right. I'd like to say that was the wrong number, but it was really just, that was a personal call. No biggie. All right, so here we go. You got any questions? Don't ask. If you do, so seriously though, if you got any questions, you gotta say something. Okay, just there are comments section there on the radio page. Just it says comments. You can just write a comment. A word to warning here. If you write a comment on the radio station page, and it's like, you're going to argue with me, don't. If you're going to make a nasty comment and call me names and slander me or whatever, no. All right, because the radio station is called. Here's the name of it. Ready for this? It's called Archer Monologues. And if you don't know what the word monologue means, look it up in the dictionary. Look it up in the dictionary. You'll find that the word monologues actually has like a UE at the end of it. I don't put the UE in there for the radio station title because I just don't want to. And, I'm allowed. Free country, you get the idea. You read it, and it says, what is that word? Monologue. S. With monologues, plural. And you know what that means. So I didn't change the meaning of the word, though apparently some people might think so, because, it's a monologue. And then they say, oh, no, I'm going to talk to the guy. Like, no, you're not. It's called monologues, because I talk, you listen. Or not. Free country. Well, it's not a free country, but you got the idea. In this case, between you and me, you're free to listen or not. You don't like what I'm saying, turn off the channel and remain an idiot. A blind fool. Or maybe you've already heard me say it. You've already heard the idea. You already know what I know. You're already into that. Oh, I'm smart. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I could have said that myself. I do, in fact, occasionally say smart stuff like D. He's a good guy and I'm a good guy, and we agree on this because we're both intelligent people. Above average in intelligence and IQ levels. Most Americans can't say that. Betcha. So, I'm going to sign off and continue with Friday day chores and and activities as normal and routine as they are. And I'd like to stay and talk to you for another couple, 3 hours, but that's not in the cards for you today. So I'm going to go, and I'll talk to you again later. So, sayonara.